This is a sample problem like number 9 in problem set 2, where we're going to be using a demand equation in order to assess the elasticity at different points. So our equation that we're going to be using for this example is that the quantity demanded is equal to 10 minus 2p. Now in this case, you can't graph this on a regular xy axis because here you have an estimate where the x-axis is here on the left side of the equation. If we wanted to graph this, we'd have to convert it into a P equals or price equals equation, but that's not relevant for this problem. So let's start with what the problem is telling us. So let's say the price for this good decreased from $2 to $1. Okay, and what we want to do is figure out what is the price elasticity of demand. So first, let's start off by labeling a few things. First, we'll start off by listing what is the old price, the initial price, and in this case that would be $2, and our new price, because the price went down, is $1. Now let's look at quantity. The initial quantity old, we have to plug P into the equation to find it. So we would do 10 minus 2 times the initial $2, and that gives us a quantity of 6 initially. So this is our quantity demanded old. Now quantity demanded new is 10 minus 2 times 1, or equal to 8. Okay, so what happened? Price went down, and just like the law of demand states, quantity demanded increased. Let's measure one more thing here before we do total revenue. Before we do price elasticity of demand, let's find the total revenue, the old one and the total revenue new. So the old total revenue is just the old price times the old quantity demanded, and in this case the old total revenue would be $12. So basically, if you set a price to $2, you'd end up selling 6 units and you would make $12. The new total revenue is based on the new price of $1 times the new quantity demanded, and our new total revenue is going to be $8. So what happened here? As a result of the price decrease, we had quantity demanded increase, but what we also saw is that the total revenue actually went down. So this was not necessarily a very smart move on the part of this seller. Okay, so now let's find the price elasticity of demand. We'll talk more about total revenue in a later section. So price elasticity of demand, remember, is equal to the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in price. So first, let's find the percentage change in quantity demanded. So that's going to be the new price, the new quantity demanded, 8, minus the old quantity demanded, 6, divided by 6, which is equal to 2 over 6. Now let's find the percentage change in price. The percentage change in price is the new price, which is $1, minus the old price of $2 divided by $2. So this is going to be negative 1 over 2. Now let's plug this back into our price elasticity of demand equation. So price elasticity of demand will be 2 over 6 over negative 1 over 2. So let's reduce this equation. So we have 1/3 over negative half. And since we're dividing fractions, we can set this up this way. So we have 1/3 times negative 2 over 1. And so we get negative 2 over 3 as the price elasticity of demand. Now remember, with price elasticity of demand, then you're always going to get a negative value because that's just stated in the law of demand. So price elasticity of demand will be observed in terms of absolute values. So basically, price elasticity of demand is 2 over 3, which is equal to 0.67. So 0.67 is less than 1, and therefore this is an inelastic portion of the demand curve. As we discussed before, when you reduce the price in the inelastic portion of the demand curve, you generate a situation where you actually get a reduction in total revenue, because the change in quantity demand is going to be smaller than the percentage change in price. So in this case, the percentage change in quantity demanded is in fact less than the percentage change in price, and therefore we have inelastic price elasticity of demand.